Folks, this is what I call my neighbor gun.
Yeah.
This is somebody just says, what hunting rifle should I get? And they have a little bit of a budget to buy something that's going to last them a long, long time. There you have it.
Yep.
This is the Tikka T3x Super Light. This one happens to be chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, but you can obviously get it in just about anything you want.
Yep. So what do I love about this gun? Well, first of all, just pretty much everything. It's a super light, right? It's 6.5 pounds without a scope on it. It's a very, very light rifle, which is perfect for me. I like being able to hunt in the backcountry. I like being able to throw this onto my pack, and I also like to carry a lot of gear. And so having a really light gun is super helpful. Just everything about it.
So let's start with the action, because that's what gets me excited on this gun.
Yeah.
It's so smooth.
It really does
so
feel
smooth.
Just like the $2,000 rifles.
It does,
I can't tell the
absolutely. It's just a beautiful, beautiful action. The other thing that you have to like on a Tikka is the accuracy. I hear this over and over and over from guys who shoot lots of different rifles, that they just get really consistently good shooting rifles from Tikka, and we've seen the same to be true. You can pull out a Tikka and maybe you got to try 2-3 types of ammunition, but you are going to be shooting sub-MOA with the Tikka. They're just really well done guns.
And that's Tikka's guarantee right out of the box. I mean, so they guarantee that. If it doesn't do that, they'll take care of it. And a lot of
companies guarantee it, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't.
No.
Like this one.
This one actually does.
It does.
Yep, absolutely.
The other thing that I really like about the Tikka is the weight. So it's called the Super Light, right?
Yep.
But what's incredible about this is, even compared to other guns with a carbon fiber stock, this is going to be lighter than that. Like a Browning X-Bolt Pro, both in 6.5 Creedmoor, it's going to be lighter in the Tikka T3x, just with this plastic, or whatever they call it, composite stock.
Yep.
Really like that. There are some things that you're missing out on here. The trigger guard is just plastic. It's, the stock itself, it's like, it's good, it's durable and stuff, but it doesn't feel fancy. It's just a very standard but nice quality stock. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, there's definitely some noticeable differences between this and the $2,000, the X-Bolt Pro. But when it comes to actual shootability, use as a hunting rifle, which is what I bought it for, it's a fantastic gun. Some specific cool features about it. First of all, the pistol grip itself you can swap it out. They have different angled ones. So depending on how you like to shoot, you can get, it only comes with one, but it is easily replaceable. So they made it a little bit modular for you. I love the trigger on this thing. Man, so there's no take up at all on this trigger.
Awesome
it's just
trigger.
Solid. And it's also very, very, very easy to adjust.
Key.
Yes.
Major key right there.
Some rifles, especially in the lower price ranges, but some rifles are very difficult to adjust. This one, it's a matter of taking out 2 screws here to take off the trigger guard and this assembly here. And actually the whole, with those 2 screws, the whole stock comes off. And then there's one little adjustment screw.
That is so nice.
It came out of the box right at about 3 pounds, which isn't a bad trigger weight. I like it a little bit lighter. It says it'll adjust all the way down to 2 pounds. I was curious. I adjusted it all the way down. It's straight right up at 2 pounds.
Which is really nice, because most rifles today, they all have adjustable triggers.
Yes.
But a lot of them will only adjust down to that 3 pound point. And I'm like you, I like mine around 2.2, 2.5 pounds is kind of my preference.
Sure.
And a lot of them just won't get there. Sometimes you can put a new spring in there and get it down as light as you want. Some of them are designed that you can't replace that spring without a heck of a lot of work. Yeah. And so to just see them just let me choose what poundage I want it at is really nice.
I also kind of like they kind of have this 2 double safety system. They have a standard safety, just like you would expect. It totally makes sense. Works really well. It's bright red when it's not on safe, so I can tell just looking at it. But they also have this other one right out the back. So when the bolt is actually set, you know, when I've chambered around or whatever, whether there's a round in there or not, it's got this little red thing that sticks out and tells me that if I pull the trigger, the pin's gonna go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not telling me that there's anything in the chamber, because there's definitely not right now, but it does tell me
It's cocked.
that it's cocked. So, very cool.
Yeah, definitely like that. The finish, the stainless steel is really nice. We had this in days of rain and snow, and it looks no worse for the wear at all. So really nice there. It's just a really solidly built gun.
Yep. And we have shot, I've put a lot of rounds through this thing. Both of us have shot it quite a bit. You know, accuracy hasn't been an issue, even though I'm not a marksman, but MOA accuracy is definitely achievable with this gun for a fairly average shooter.
If you're curious what you'd get by spending a little bit more than this and going to a more expensive gun, or a little bit less and going to a cheaper gun than this, go check out our video on the $350 versus $1,000 versus $2,000 gun, where we kind of use this as the mid-tier, and you can kind of see some of the differences if you did want to spend more or less. And give Backfire a little subscribe. Por favor.